You want to go to the right page there? Try that? Okay. The final video is here. You think you're excited? Imagine being the solo actress, director, and producer of this program. I'm back with you from my lab station with some new supplies. For this experiment, I do now have some water. If we're going to mix bath bombs and water, I need the water. There's 100 milliliters in this bottle. I also did keep the cap to this bottle because if you look at the data table, once again, I need to compare closed and open system. So cap versus once the cap is removed. I also have some bath bombs. Now, I didn't want to waste those ones I crushed up because, it takes me a minute to make those bath bombs. So I did slide those into a test tube. 8 bath bombs, crushed up. That was from the previous experiment. I still have my scale. Scale's still on here. And let's see if my experiment is similar to yours. Once again, you will record the data as we go. So I want my bath bombs to mix with my water, but I don't want them to mix until my bottle is closed. So I'm not just going to pour this in here. Nope. I'm going to have to take the cap off of this bad boy, take the cap off my bottle, and hopefully I don't mess this up because I'd really like to go home. I am going to try to get my test tube down into the bottle without mixing. Success. Cap it off, and I need my starting mass. Gotta have the starting mass. So they are not mixing. My water, my test tube, they're in the same water bottle. These caps aren't the best, but the bottle is sealed. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Starting mass. Ooh, got a much bigger number this time. 115 and 6/10. That is 115.6. 115.6. That is grams. Moving right along, I want the ending mass. Notice it says closed system and open. So not only am I going to have to weigh it while it's mixing, I also need to get the weight once I take the bottle cap off. All right, so to do this, I need them to mix. I bet you can, technical difficulties. I bet you can imagine how this is going to happen. I'm going to tip the powder over to do my best to make it mix with the water in the bottle. So we do have fizzing going on. I know it's super hard to see. Hopefully this doesn't blow up on my Chromebook. I'm going to get in trouble. Bubbles happening. So we have bubbles inside of there. We are now at 115.5, but I can tell you right now, this is under pressure. I would not want this pointed at me when somebody unscrews that cap. So we are at 115.5, 115.5 grams. I'm going to take the cap off. It's going to make it an open system. Ready for action. Hear that? Sound familiar? All right. Little swirl action while the bottle's open. Any of those bubbles that need to burst. Test tube still in there. I do have to put the cap on the scale because that was part of my original weight. I can't just lose it. Let's see if this reaction's over. Don't want to tip that over. This is open. All right. Cap, not cheating. Going on the scale. We have 115. Let's see. 115. I'm hoping it would go to even, but we might have 115.1 here. That's what we got. 115.1 grams. 115.1. All right. That's in my ending mass in an open system. So we have two different changes of mass. Ideally, our closed system wouldn't have lost any gas at all. I told you about the seal on this Kroger bottle. I'm sure you've used them before. Something escaped there. Ideally, it wouldn't have. So we're looking at 0.1 grams, 1/10 of a gram, versus we have 115.6 minus 115.1. That is 0.5 grams. So closed bottle, I'm going to put a C. You don't have to do that if you've already done this. And open bottle, I'm going to put an O. We did have a difference. Now, I showed you this experiment happening. Your observations need to tell me what was happening inside the bottle. What did I describe to you? What did you notice in the weight? That needs to go in the observations. Last thing to do today, hallelujah, You have conclusion questions at the top of page 9. That is where we will end. That is what I will pick up with tomorrow. Thank you all. I hope it went well. Have a great day. I'll see you later.